an obvious source of market failure can be the fact that a market might not be perfectly competitive. That is, firms in the market might possess market power. When a firm possesses market power, it charges a price that is higher than a competitive equilibrium price, and it produces less than a competitive equilibrium market output. So we can say that for the amount that's produced, which will be less than the competitive equilibrium market output, the price will be greater than the marginal cost of production. And assuming there's no externalities, marginal cost is equal to the marginal social cost. Graphically, we can see it in this way. Let's construct our cost curves for a firm that possesses market power. So we've got our average total cost and the marginal cost. The marginal cost will cut the average total cost at the lowest point in the average total cost curve. Then we need to draw in the demand curve for our firm. Now, this firm possesses market power, so it faces a downward sloping demand curve, which also serves as its average revenue curve. Then we need to put in the marginal revenue curve, which has double the slope. And we've got that. So now we need to find where is this firm that possesses market power. It chooses the price. It's a price maker. It chooses the price it's going to charge. It selects the optimal output. That's where marginal revenue equals marginal cost, this point here. What's the price that the firm will charge at that output? Well, it charges the highest price consumers are willing to pay, given by the demand curve, which in our example here is $14. We can see there that at this optimal output, the average total cost is $10, and so the economic profit is a total of 12. We know that because we've got the average profit, the profit per unit, is the price minus the average cost, price per unit or revenue per unit minus the cost per unit, which is $4, multiplied by the number of units, 3. So $4 times 3 units is $12. So the firm's making economic profit in this case. This in and of itself is not the key to discerning market failure. Rather, the key is this: the price of the last unit produced and consumed is greater than the marginal cost of producing that last unit, as we can see there. Price is $14, but the cost of producing the last unit, the third unit, is only $8. So we can say that the condition for optimal output that avoids market failure is not being met. The market is failing to produce the optimal quantity and the equality of price, marginal cost, and price and marginal cost. We might say, well, what if we got rid of the profit that's being generated by this firm? Well, even in that case, here's an example where we have a firm which possesses market power. We know it possesses market power because it's got a downward sloping demand curve. It chooses the price it's going to charge. The marginal revenue curve is double the slope. But we can see in this case that this firm with market power is not making any profit. We can see its efficient scale there is at the lowest point on its average total cost curve. But the price the output that it will produce at will be 75 units. It can't produce at any other point other than 75 units because it's only at this point that the revenue per unit, the price, just equals the average cost of production. At every other level of output, the average cost is greater than the price that consumers would be willing to pay. At every other output level, the firm would make a loss. So here the firm is just breaking even. But even when it's breaking even, and producing the largest amount it can at the lowest possible cost it can given the demand for the product, there's still excess capacity. That is, we say it's not producing at its productively efficient scale. Well, nonetheless, what about allocative efficiency? Well, we know that the price is $70. In this case, we can see that the marginal cost of production at the price that breaks even, the marginal cost of production is $40. So again, we can find a case, even though this firm is breaking even, the price per unit paid by consumers is greater than the marginal cost of producing the last unit, in which case we have violated the allocative efficiency criterion. The firm is not producing at its optimal output. The market is, in this case, failing to produce the allocatively efficient output.